Hello, I am Grandmaster Fabor, and I am here today to talk about the Barnabas opening. And the Barnabas opening starts out with pawn to a4. With pawn to a4, white tries to give his rook 2 extra squares, and it also allows their knight to move to a3. Now, I'm going to show you the main lines of the Barnabas opening. So, like I said, it starts out with a4. Black, being a scholar, starts off with either e5 or d5. Now, it's more popular for players to play e5. White will continue with his opening with knight a3. As you can see, white lacks knowledge of opening principles. As you can see, the knight has 2 very good squares, and the pawn is also controlling this b5 square. Black will continue with d5, trying to grab more control of these central squares. After that, white will continue with h3. Now, why h3? h3, like I said, does not put any control over the center squares, but it does prevent this bishop to g4, just in case white ever wants to play f3. This idea of a pin will be no more. So in this position, black will follow with knight c6, just developing, trying to gain control of these squares, defending his pawn and getting control of his squares. White will continue with g3, maybe attempting to fianchetto his or her bishop. And black will continue with knight f6. Like I said, knight f6 protects these 2 squares and attacks these 2 squares. Continuing, white will play b3, and black will continue with either bishop d6 or bishop c5. From my own experience, I think it's better to play maybe d5, just maybe adding more protection for this pawn. White will continue with pawn h4. Now, allowing this knight to move in, and then black will continue with bishop e6, and many will ask, why did white play h4? Well, the idea is that with pawn h4, the knight can easily move into h3. And as you can see, this is the full setup of the Barnabas opening. As you can see, the bishops will soon be able to fianchetto themselves. And the queen will, eventually be able to move. And yes, that is it. Thank you very much.